Learn how to hack Propstream for your wholesale real estate business. Guys, this is Rick in with Flip with Rick, and you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to receive more free content on how to elevate your wholesaling business. So let's talk about it. Propstream is an incredible tool that's come out that, to be honest with you, has really changed my business. It's made it much more efficient, much more easy to get the data, and it's been a godsend to my business. So I did this all before we did Propstream. So the fundamentals still are the same, just the software has changed. So what I want to do is walk you through on Propstream, and I've decided consciously not to do a screen share with you so you can focus on the fundamental principles. Go to listrei.com and sign up for your free version. Basically, you can use Propstream 7 days free. You can check it out. But instead of doing a screen share tutorial, which I believe everybody does, I want to walk you through the fundamentals of how to use listrei.com so you can master your wholesaling business. So you've got to understand what the mechanics of it is. So your job as a wholesaler is basically twofold. Number one, you have to locate motivated sellers on a very consistent and regular basis. That's why I love using listrei.com. It works very well. It brings you in the Propstream, and the first thing you're going to do is locate the motivated sellers. So once you locate the motivated sellers, and when I say motivated sellers, we need to get really good deals because we're not in this to be realtors or do realtor commissions. We need to find motivated sellers with meat on the bone, meaning large profit deals. And then after that, we're just going to locate cash buyers, which we're going to use listrei.com. Then we're going to locate cash buyers to buy these great smoking deals that you have harvested through listrei.com. And guys, that's really the fundamental principles of what we're doing inside of Propstream. It's really important that you do not overcomplicate this. So number one, before you do anything, you have to locate motivated sellers. So let's walk through step by step the easiest way to use Propstream to locate these motivated sellers. If you guys listen and pay attention, remember, I'm not doing a screen share. I'm going to show you exactly what we use in our business, 18 years going strong, that will pretty much work in any market. I do multiple virtual markets, plus I do the entire South Florida area. I want to get you to get your deal, to get your first deal, get your second deal, a third deal. There's no point in going through a 3-month course, paying a guru 5 or 10 grand when I'm just going to give you the information here. I'm literally going to share it with you. So do me a favor, get a pen and pad out. Let's pay attention and let's figure out how to dissect Propstream for your wholesaling business. So we have to locate motivated sellers. Great, Rick. How do I do it? There's really 2 lists you want to rely on. And at the end of the day, I've talked to every guru across the entire country. Obviously, I use it in my business 18 years. It all boils down to this, okay? You need to find the most motivated sellers. How do I do that? Let's use Propstream. Go to listrei.com, and the first one you're going to pull up is high equity sellers. So the really cool thing in Propstream is in your upper right-hand box, it already has the high equity list built in for you. So all you need to do is identify your geographic area. Now, I personally like to use zip codes because I can break it down. So those of you that are on a budget, what you want to do is start with a zip code, a single zip code. That's right. Because in the beginning, when I didn't have a lot of money to market, I had to make every lead count. So if you're on a budget and you're just getting started, it's important you understand and learn how to pull the mechanics out of Propstream to find motivated sellers. So the high equity, you're going to put in your zip code. So you put in your zip code and then you put in your state. So if you're in Florida, you put in FL, hit enter, and you'll see numbers that pop up in your high equity. Now, most likely it's going to be a big number. So don't freak out about it, but start with one zip code so you can identify what your counts are, meaning, how many prospects you have. A prospect is just somebody on your list. Once you have that, then I want you to go ahead and click filter. And there's some simple core filters that work in almost every market. By the way, I'm not charging you for this. This is free. I don't know why people charge for this because, To me, this is like learning your alphabets. You didn't pay to learn the alphabets. You shouldn't pay to learn how to pull basic lists from Propstream. So go into the filters, and the first, after you've identified your geographic area, you want to set your equity percentage, okay? It's equity percentage. So you'll see the percentage sign, and I like to do 40% or higher. That's just the sweet spot. You can go, now, if I have too many people on that list, do 50% or higher. You can do 55%. Just don't ever, in my opinion, you're just starting out, don't go below 40%, because let's face it, if you need to get a 15 to 40% discount, you've got to have some money in the deal to make it work. That 40% says if they had a $100,000 mortgage, basically they owe $60,000 and they have $40,000 in equity. It took like people forever to explain that to me. So I want you to understand that 40% means that if they had a $100,000 asset, a house, they have $40,000 in equity. There's plenty of room to get a deal in there and still leave money for the seller. That's why it works. I've gone as low as 30%, but it gets more challenging when you start doing that. So if you need to filter that number down, go up to 50, 55%, 60%, whatever it is. So I always tell people, work it backwards. If you only have $1,000 to do marketing or even $500, make sure if you have 2,000 prospects that they are the highest and best use motivated sellers, because the most important thing is to get the deal under your belt. So we've set the equity filter. Remember, it's based on percentage, 40%. That alone would get you a ton of deals. The next one I want you to do is the number of years the property's owned. I like to do 5 years or longer. I don't want to be marketing to people that just bought the house. The statistical odds of them having to sell within the first year or two are very, very low. So we're going to filter out. In the old days, we used to do 10 years or plus. That doesn't really work in today's modern market. 5 years is fine. You can go as low as 4 if you don't have enough data. And once again, if you need to filter your data, meaning you only have X amount of dollars and you can only say get 1,500 prospects, then take the 5 years to 6 years. If you still need to filter it, just keep upping the number and it will slim it down for you. So the next thing you want to do is go under, there's a section on there for market information. I believe it's MLS. I don't know which one it is, but you want to make sure you pick off market properties. There's no point in wasting money marketing to people that their house is listed with a realtor. It's just a waste of time. I love Propstream for this. It's an amazing filter. It doesn't filter them all, but for the most part, it will knock off, 3 to 5% of your list and save you additional marketing dollars. Plus, let's face it, do we want to be talking to people if the house is on the market? No, definitely not. Okay. And then also what I want you to do is under ownership information, you want to market for individual and trust. A lot of individuals own their property in trust. They do it for tax planning purposes. Those are fine. I want you to exclude corporate-owned properties because they're typically going to be owned by investors, and that's not going to get you where you need to go. So here's another great little tip I've learned that you can use within Propstream, which is really cool. The statistical odds of doing a deal with an individual that owns 4 or more single-family homes is very, very low that you're going to get a good deal. Let's face it, seasoned pro investors and the odds of you getting a really good deal at a big discount, probably not going to happen. So in my 18 years experience, very few deals have gone down when they own 4 or more properties. When they own 1, 2, or 3, it's great. I've done it with 4. I've never done somebody own more than 4. So if you have an area of like a lot of rentals, I would exclude anyone who owns 4 or more units. Once again, these people will waste your time and they'll try to use your pricing against you. So that will save you a ton of time and money. So the next one, so that's high equity. So really simple. You want to use the equity filter, 40% or higher, 5 years or longer. You want to make sure it's individual or trust. And you want to exclude anyone that owns 4 or more properties because the odds of getting a deal are very slim. How do I know that? I have 18 years of data to support it. And the last one is make sure the property is off market. So right there alone is worth your time investment in this video. And keep in mind, I'm not charging you for this stuff. I'm giving it to you because you know why? I look at wholesaling like learning your ABCs. So you went to school, they taught it to you, nobody charged it to you. You should look at wholesaling the same way. There's just too much information out there. The key is getting it from information from people who actually do the business today. So you guys know my primary income is from flipping properties, rental properties, an entire portfolio I've built on the basis of this business. And Zach has joined me in this journey, and it's so much fun, and I love doing it. So our second list we want to do is the vacant list. It's really simple. It's right there in Propstream. You can just click it. Now, if you want to go on the vacant list and change some of the filters, I would just make sure they're off-market properties. I would make sure there's at least 35, 40% equity in them. But I love vacant properties. I try not to put too many filters on them. So you're probably asking, where do they get this vacant information? It's really simple. It comes from the USPS, the United States Postal Service. When the mailman comes by, after a certain amount of weeks, if it's vacant, he'll put a label in there and start picking up the mail because they don't want to waste time and effort delivering mail, because if the mailbox gets full, they can't deliver it. Or the individual homeowner says, do not forward the mail to, XYZ. So maybe they're in the process of moving. So the one caveat with vacants is there is a lot of those properties on MLS. Why I love Propstream is it helps you filter. By no means is this list perfect. It's actually far from perfect. It's really good to establish a list. Now, if you're a hustler and a grinder, like when I started out, is if I had access to this list, because in the old days, we just had to do driving for dollars. I would get this list and possibly even do a driving for dollars, some light door knocking. These are really good lists. Remember, it's a great place to start at. I love the vacant list. It's up to you and how you decide to implement these lists. So you can mail to them. You can do your SMS campaigns. You can use RVM. Just make sure it's legal in your state. It's endless in how you can do this proposition. This video is not about how to market to them. It's about how to use Propstream. So let's finish it off with the cash buyers. So now you located your list of motivated sellers. You pick your medium to market to them, whatever it is that you're most confident in. By the way, I forgot cold calling. It's a wonderful one on this. You just got to skip trace the list. So the cash buyer is a really, really simple part of this. So now we have our motivated seller. Now your job is to match up the cash buyer. Remember, you're looking for deals that have equity in them, that have meat on the bone, that you're solving a problem. You are not a matchmaker. You are not a realtor. You do not want to play that game. You will be miserable and you'll be out of the business in no time at all. So cash buyer. In your cash buyers list, Propstream has a box just for cash buyers in the area, and it's really simple. Obviously, you want to use cash buyers in that geographic area. That is critically important. So I'm looking for people who paid all cash for a property and that are free and clear. And honestly, that's about the only filters you do on it. So you can pull that list. The next step you have to do is take it out of there is you want to skip trace the list. You can pull that data. And guys, it's simply just going through the phone and calling the cash buyers. I do not spend a lot of energy on it. It's not really hard. It's actually really, really simple. And your goal is to match the two up with very profitable deals. I don't want you to do deals for $3,000 and $4,000. If you have to take it, I'm fine with it. But I find that the smaller the profit, the more work you actually have to do. I know that sounds crazy. I swear to you, it is the truth. We just did a deal with a monster profit and there was work involved, but it was well worth it. Then we just did a deal, I think it was like $6,000 or $7,000, and it was 10 times the work. So Zach told me with his acquisition guys, everything, it was 10 times the work. So heed the warning, guys. Let's find really great deals with motivated sellers with equity in them. Let's help them solve a problem. And all you have to do is find the cash buyers. Guys, just pick up the phone. Hey, are you a cash buyer in this area? What are you looking for? And then just vet them. What you do not want on your list, I'm just going to be brutally honest, you do not want other wholesalers as your cash buyers. So you have to vet them because let's face it, there's a lot of people that buy the properties that some of them are wholesalers. They might have cash partners or whatever it is. I don't want you to create like the daisy chain hell, and make sure you vet your cash buyers. So let's recap real quick. Here's what I want you to do. Go to listrei.com. Go ahead and register for your free use, and you can get in the Propstream 7 free days so you can test it all out before you do it. Guys, it's really cheap. It's a really smart service, and I could not run my wholesaling operations without it. So what you're going to do is pull the to list. You're going to go in there for motivated sellers. You're going to pull the high equity list. You're going to use the filters I recommended to you. If you missed it, just go back and rewind in the video, and it's all there in the beginning. The second one is you want to pull your vacant properties. It's really simple in that. Rewind this, explain what you're looking for in those. After you do that, once you start marketing them, you choose your marketing medium, and then you want to pull your cash buyers list, guys. You're just looking for free and clear properties in your geographic area. And what you need to do is pick up the phone and call them. Guys, it's quality over quantity every time with cash buyers. People who brag about how big their cash buyers list means they're not vetting them. And that's the difference. And that's what I want to teach you. So listen, do me a favor. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Tell me what you think. Do you think Propstream has enabled you to become a ultra ninja marketer for pulling motivated sellers and cash buyers list? Or do you use Propstream, or have you tried it? Guys, go ahead and check it out, listrei.com. Hit that subscribe button. Continue to receive free information on how to actually do your wholesaling business, and learning from father-son team that's done this with over 18 years experience. And I still do this today. I absolutely love wholesaling and real estate. It will change your life. Guys, give it a shot. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.